You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many
Salem, Ohio, where he calls home. 20 plus years of pulling experience. Had a nice season last year as well. Got a ring last year down in West Virginia, and a total of 6 finishes in the top 5 of the Hog Farm division. All right, all the safety here in the place. We'll get the team tight. We'll send Carl on his way here, trying to chase down that lead marker. 281 and 2. Green lights, green flags. Here we go. Slowly started to lose that power there from the turbocharger as well.
Smells like pistons.
We'll have a distance for him momentarily here, but unfortunately there's something happening underneath the hood. A little bit of oil loss underneath. Luckily here it's early in the season, so lots of time to continue to work on it. Hopefully nothing too serious there causing that. But give a round of applause for coming out here tonight, making a pass down the track here again. Not the way they want to see that, but always good to get out here to be able to get a pass down the track, and they'll get hard at work to be able to have it out here again next time down the road on the circuit. Distance comes in at 254.185. 254.185 for Big Daddy Carl Way out of West Salem, Ohio. Michael Tyone is on Coal Center, Pennsylvania. First Pennsylvania competitor onto the track here this evening. 16 years of pulling experience, a heavy equipment operator is the gentleman. 2023 Power Pulling Points Championship, the non-farm class. Our test pullers to the lead mark as well, 281.255. We got this bump in, get ready to go. We'll get the signal down there, and the green flags come out here again. Trying to chase down that test puller. Never miss out there, 281.2. We'll see where Charlie's Angel sets in at here. Big Man's Mojo, Ryan McConnell. Glad he's able to keep that run at that 281.255 as he sits in the number one spot there. Sean Work, the hit or miss. Robbie Alloway up next out of Belfry, Ohio. Prime, the International 1066 out here next. These first race of the season here, guys spent the off seasons putting the engine on the dyno, doing some work and making any upgrades necessary here, using their individual classes. But as much as it's good to see on the dyno, see what the horsepower reads, it really only matters when you're able to come out here and do it on the track. So even after these first events here, you'll see throughout the season, guys will go back into the garage, work on it, and try to keep tuning it throughout the season, especially when you only get 1 point to go down the track. You don't get to keep running it. It's a short few seconds here. It's all you get to see on how that motor is running. So you'll continue to see them tweak on it throughout the season. This is just the first looks for a lot of these guys here as they ready to go down the track. Robbie Alloway and Prime here next. Closely there off the side shield, some fluid leaking down the side. Unfortunate there for Robbie. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause here. Unfortunate way to end that run. 254.045, 254.045, the distance there. Settles into that number, 6 spots so far, 2 to go here in the hot farm class. The next competitor here, another Brady Shaw onto the track next. Against the Drain, another Pennsylvania competitor out of New Alexandria, the 1971 1066. +20 years of pulling experience, heavy construction. That's where he goes. As that 3x3.5 turbocharger sitting underneath the hood. Everyone's still chasing down. Sean Work 281 and 2, the lead mark here. We'll see if Ricky can knock on that door. measurement system to separate it by just that little bit. Still comes to that 510 cubic inch limit, like most all non-farm competitors underneath the hood. Big thing is Grange Chevrolet and Chevy All-Stars. You can see it right there on our roller here this evening. A platinum sponsor here. Have been running all throughout the pulling season. Here we go, last one. We'll see if we can get out there. 281 and 2 is the mark to beat the Little Pro. Underneath the charger there, you can hear off the final touch and couldn't quite hang on there on that 270 foot range. So maybe had touched the brakes there a little bit too. You know, he was drifting towards this left-hand sideline here. As he got closer, tried to turn down a little bit, then Roy understands. But still, nice work down through there. Give him a round of applause. We'll get assistance here in this moment. £6,250. Check that there, $6,250 including the driver. So there are various abilities sometimes to run twin chargers, a little bit less cubic inches, twin turbos, a little bit bigger cubic inches, single turbo, both diesel, both own alcohol. Check it louder, Bill's going to get us started here. He's the test puller coming hot. The name on this tractor is Ohio. Out past 300 feet, how about 301.365? One more round of applause right there. 301.365 for the John Deere. So he needs Chip is going to keep that run there to pick off our left support. He's International MX270 out of Jeromeville, Ohio. And get to work and fix on it, and hopefully have it ready to go by the end of the class. So a few more to see go down, and Dakota has to be ready though by the end of the class. And if it can't, unfortunately, it'll have to be a scratch. But we'll get some time to see if they can get that tractor running. So we'll switch gears here. Jeff Montgomery, busted knuckles here onto the track out of Frankfort, Indiana, coming over to join us, the International 766. 466 cubic inch setup underneath the hood with a single turbocharger. Finished number 2 in the regional national points chase last season. Just 9 points behind the number 1 spot. The Dorts of Zach Kramer, which you'll see up here next, our points champion last season. last year, 12 total finishes in the top 5. Got to be better than 3:01 and 36 here to take over that number 1 spot. Jeff Montgomery and Busted Knuckles out of Indiana. There we go, gonna bring the diesel light here in just a moment. The flags are out. He's gonna start to build the heat here. You'll watch the RPMs build up to get it enough high enough RPMs to where he can finally let off that clutch and engage those tires. The clutch will come up and he'll be able to go down through the stretch. Here we go. On that right-hand side, not quite enough to reach that 300 plus mark, but that'll be a nice distance there in that 90 foot range or so. From last year, now making his way out onto the track, Zach Kramer out of Holmes, Michigan. The Deutz 8006. Not too often you can see a Deutz out onto the track throughout the season. Zach's been running the Deutz here for many years, 20 plus years of pulling experience, multi-time NTPA. Regional national champion in the light limited super stock class. He's an ag mechanic by trade. Ever since the light limited super stock class was introduced to the NTPA back in 2021, Zach Kramer and the team have made every single light limited super stock hook that there has been since 2021, since the inaugural pull of the light limited super stock Region 2 class. And that includes multi-day events where you had to work on the engine and get it ready to go for the second day. And two-time regional national champion here, CV, multi-time regional national champion CV can defend his ground again this season. Got to do better than 3:01 and 3:65. Currently the lead mark. The Deutz, Zach Kramer. .740 the distance on that run. 271.740%. Becoming the popular choice. You still see some alcohol burners in this class, but diesel tends to be the ones that seem to stay together the longest. Alcohol burners can make good power, but guys have some finicky issues with them keeping them running throughout the season. So you're seeing diesel be a popular trend in this class. 410 cubic inch single turbocharger underneath the hood here, trying over on this left-hand side. Test Muller has been the good spot to be here so far. The winner from the last class was the Test Muller. Chad Laudermill sitting out in front as our Test Muller at 3:01 and 36. Settle in on that left-hand side, so I gotta see if you can follow those tire tracks of Cody Wheeler and get out there at 333 plus. And then we'll have Dakota Claypool here to round out the class and then get the tractor going. Took that mechanical drop here a little bit earlier, but we're going to be rounding out our 6 tractors in this class. Sound this time with the alcohol burner. Let's have some fun. Mike Monreal ready to roll. The Ford Commander. Good enough for number 4 so far, with 1 to go. 70 here onto the track. Leave it in reverse, so gonna have to sled pull up there, hook it up, pull it back forward. We'll get back to that starting slot here. in the class. Papa's Pennies, Dakota Claypool, gotta do better than 3:33 and 39. Trying to tell the sun off. Doing a really nice run for the fire there underneath the hood.
Oh. Oh. Daggone.
Looks like most of the fire is out now there, but you can see it here, sit down here at the far end, that flame through that front grill. Round of applause right there on that run. I love to see that kind of stuff happen on the tractor, but it really does fast down through there. Dakota's actually going to be sitting number 2 at 301.745. 301.745.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move.